I'm the security officer from the store. I've seen you take something. Would you mind coming back in with me, please? Thank you very much.
And that is exactly what can happen to a shoplifter in this store in King Street, Jersey. Shoplifting, or stealing from stores, has always been a problem for the management. Although the shop owners are reluctant to give firm figures in cash, it's clear that over a year, the collective losses from the major stores in a town the size of St Helier can run into several thousands of pounds. It's possible to channel these shoplifting incidents into 4 separate main streams. First, the people who are out to deliberately steal. 2, the kleptomaniac. They are defined as the well-to-do person who has an irresistible tendency to theft. 3rd, the person who takes goods out of dire need. And 4th, the innocent group who make a genuine mistake when in self-service stores. So what attitude does management hold towards shoplifting, or as it's sometimes described, stock shrinkage?
Well, our company does know the shrinkage or loss figure pretty accurately. Now, shoplifting is one facet of this shrinkage. Now, as far as the company's policy is concerned, we prosecute.
Prosecution mean? If a person is arrested and appears before the court, then they are charged under the common law covering larceny. That means that the accused, if found guilty, could in theory go to prison for life or face a fine of an unlimited amount. There is no limit to the court's power. But in effect, each case is judged on its merit, and the magistrate will sentence accordingly. For instance, if the person had stolen an article valued at 50 pence, then he would probably face a fine in the region of £5, certainly not much less. But if the value of the goods was £80, and provided the goods were recovered, the fine could be in that region. Naturally, any past record would be taken into account, or even a prison sentence imposed. Showrooms and stores do not in general make known the losses incurred through shoplifting or stock shrinkage. They call it a trading loss. But is the layout of the modern supermarket conducive to shoplifting?
Well, with any layout, you've got to try and get a happy medium between maximising sales and tight security. It does cause problems for the manager because no 2 units are the same, whether it be over layout or any other aspect. But one thing a lot of stores are now doing is they are supplying wire shopping baskets and shopping trolleys. And if people would only be certain of always taking these when they go into the stores and using these, then it would cut out the few cases of genuine mistakes where possibly people, for one reason or another, do place items into their own personal shopping bags or something similar. My advice to anyone would be use the wire baskets, use the wire trolleys, and then you may not be involved in an embarrassing situation.
So the stores admit that customers can make mistakes and sometimes place items into bags without thinking. It's clear that the police are not involved until a full investigation has been undertaken. Statistics from the Jersey police show that during 1974, 320 complaints were investigated. Last year, out of 267 complaints, 166 people were charged and convicted. So far this year alone, 20 complaints have been received by the police. Management are reluctant to speak about the systems of security that they install, although in some stores the closed-circuit television cameras are on open display and would act as a deterrent. Other stores are patrolled by an agency who operate a security service. They are, in effect, a plainclothes private police force. In fact, most of the members are ex-uniformed policemen. It's clear that the private security officer only holds the same authority as the ordinary person in the street. For instance, a passer-by who spotted someone stealing could detain the suspect until the police are called. But there is one other person who could be seriously affected by a severe outbreak of shoplifting, and that's the store manager.
Well, each of our units is set profit targets, and it is my responsibility to work with all our managers to help them to achieve these objectives.